In this video, I will be showing you why Apecoin is extremely undervalued and could have a move of 150% over the next few weeks. If you are not familiar with Apecoin, it is the official cryptocurrency of Bored Ape Yacht Club. Now, if we take a look at the weekly chart, we can see this beautiful parallel channel that has been forming for the past 460 days. Now, to determine the accuracy of a parallel channel, all you have to do is find the most confluence with price with the top level, the median level, and the bottom level. Each one represents something specific. Now, the top of our parallel channel represents selling pressure, where it called a local top right here and a local top right here. And the bottom of our parallel channel represents buying pressure, where it called a local bottom here, right here, and most recently with 3 weekly candle lows. Now, the median line, which is this dotted blue line in the middle, acts as a support or resistance level. If price action is trading above it, it usually acts as support to bring price back to the top of the channel. As you can see, it held here. And then finally, if we break below it, it usually leads us to the bottom, representing that good buying opportunity. And just to clarify, we are looking at the weekly chart for the bigger picture move for Apecoin. But if you guys want to make sure your parallel channel is even more accurate, you can simply go to the daily chart where there is more information and more candles and see how well your lines and your levels line up with these candles. After our first giant moonshot, whenever Apecoin was listed, you can see price action came down, tested that trend line right here, had our second peak, which created a double top in price action. And then once we broke back into our parallel channel, you can see how our median line held. We came to the top, it acted as that sell pressure, came down to the bottom, acted as that buying pressure, and so on and so forth, with price action whenever it came to this median line, again, acting as either resistance whenever it was below or support whenever it was above. Now, back to the weekly chart, one of the most important things that I have examined is our weekly RSI for Apecoin. This shows that we are extremely oversold, and whenever price action reaches oversold levels on the weekly time frame, it usually represents a period of selling exhaustion and could lead to a move to the upside. And here I can show you a perfect example based on Bitcoin's price action versus its RSI. Whenever its RSI reaches oversold conditions, we usually see a large move back to the upside, having that mark the local bottom before a large rally. We saw it back here at our 2018 low. We saw it here during the COVID crash. We saw it here at 17,500 before we rallied to 25K. And most recently, we saw it right after the FTX collapse before we rallied back all the way to 31,000. We also created what is known as a bullish divergence, where we had a low on our RSI followed by a higher low, but yet our price action had a low followed by a lower low. And this is important because what I'm about to show you on Apecoin's 3-day chart is very similar, as Apecoin is creating a bullish divergence. Here is Apecoin on the 3-day chart, and what we can see is that bullish divergence forming in price action versus our RSI. We can see we created a low right here, followed by a lower low in price, followed by another lower low, when our strength index created its lowest point here, followed by a higher low, and then another higher low. This shows that even though price has been diminishing and continuing to decrease, the strength of the buyers is continuing to increase, giving us the signal that at some point we should expect a large reversal in price back to the upside. So if we do see that reversal in Apecoin's price back to the upside, where should we look to sell? If you are a more conservative trader, then your first level you'd look to sell is probably at this median line of our parallel channel, which right now sits a little bit below $3. But if you would like to ride the trade out, then you may look to sell once we reach the top of our parallel channel, which could signal a local top coming in for price. From the current price to the top of our channel could lead us on a 150% rally to the upside to a price target of around $4.60. What gives some validity to the sell target is if we draw our Fibonacci levels from our top on January 25th of 2023, around $6.42, to our local low around $1.73 that was formed on July 30th of 2023, we can see that our golden ratio is at $4.63, almost exactly where the top of our parallel channel sits. To conclude, we believe Apecoin is extremely undervalued on the weekly time frame, and this is because our weekly RSI is oversold. Our 3-day RSI is creating a bullish divergence with price action, and also price action is at the bottom of our parallel channel. If you buy right now around $1.80, your sell targets would be a little under $3, and then potentially looking for a 150% move to $4.60. Drop your altcoins below and let me know what you want to see in the next video.